Kia ora koutou. I'm Nick Foster. I'm the Community Engagement Manager for NBS. NBS is 161 years old. It's the oldest building society in New Zealand. What makes us unique is we invest in over 300 community groups and we gave $1.2 million to all those groups last year. The great thing about NBS, it was started right here in Nelson. Our focus on community is what makes us unique. Well, what's cool is we've got the best craft beer and coffee in probably the world, and we've got great people here who really make our communities fantastically special. We are uniquely Nelson.
Welcome to the Talk of the Town, proudly brought to you by Uniquely Nelson. I'm your host, Chris Butler, with Simon Duffy, General Manager of Uniquely Nelson. To have you once again, Simon. Today, we're coming to you from the lovely 8 Plates restaurant on Trafalgar Street. Come and check them out. Joining us today is Jody McLeod, owner of Global Soap on Knoll Street. Fantastic to have you in, Jody. Welcome.
Great to be here. Thank you.
We just noticed same colour shirt, so well coordinated.
Yeah.
First of all, tell us a little bit about your background. Where do you hail from?
Yeah, so not Nelson. I was grew up in Christchurch, but went overseas for many years and ended up in Auckland and lived there for 15 years. That became my home.
Whereabouts in Auckland?
North Shore.
Sure.
On the North Shore, yes. Yep. Lovely city. About 15 years there. And then my partner, Dave, and I would come down from time to time to Nelson to visit friends. And friends were Bronwyn and Ingmarie Shellcrest, who are the founders of Global Soap. Started maybe 26 years ago. And we would go into the shop and admire it and think, oh, isn't it lovely? What a lovely lifestyle. And one day out of the blue, when Dave and I were still living in Auckland, they called us and said, we are thinking of moving on and trying new things. So we're going to sell Global Soap. Would you guys be interested? And Dave and I looked at each other and said, hell yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be nice? You know, Dave and I were both working corporate jobs, living in Auckland, you know, a bit of pressure going on with the corporate world and everything. And we thought, wouldn't it be nice to live in a beautiful town like Nelson and do something totally different, creative? Yeah, change of scene.
How long ago was that?
It's about 6 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at the time of the purchase, you were actually still working and living in Auckland.
That's right.
So the whole decision was to buy a business and move
Yes.
to Nelson at the same time.
Yeah.
Geez,
Yep.
big transformation.
That's what brought us here. Yeah. The transition was smooth, actually. Yeah. In terms of, it felt like home as soon as we got here. And Bronwyn and Ingmarie Shellcrest were wonderful coaches and mentors, everything to do with business, soap making. So yeah, it was wonderful. Felt easy.
Did you have to learn the trade?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Bottom up.
Yeah. 2 months training.
Right.
Yeah.
And had you, being from Christchurch, had you travelled up to Nelson a few times in your history?
Can tabs, yeah.
Did you?
More, out Kaiteriri way, holidays as a kid, yeah.
Yeah, right. So you were familiar with the area. And,
Familiar.
Yeah. So how have you found it so far, moving to a small city, basically, making that adjustment?
Yep, it's a lovely city. It's very pretty. People are really lovely. It is smaller, quieter, which is nice. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the business then. And has it changed a little bit since you've done the purchase, or is it pretty much very similar to what was the original concept?
Yeah. So all of the products that existed before myself are still there. We've kept the same recipes. It's such a fantastic product. Bronwyn and Ingmarie did a fantastic job getting really good recipes, a great product out there. And you can see that with the way the business just organically grew and grew and grew and has become a real icon of Nelson, I think.
Yes.
So we've kept it true to the products that started 26 years ago. We have added in a few new products into the range. And we've also, over time, we've given the shop a bit of a facelift on the inside, a bit of a brand refresh, and tried to stay,
Kind of-
you know, modern and moving, and yet true to what Global Soap started off as.
Still relative. So what would you find the most challenging aspects of the business, and conversely the most enjoyable part of what you do?
I would say the most enjoyable thing is truly, we're quite unique. Our business, we are not just a lovely shop, which is an amazing experience to walk into, right? The colors, the smell, you smell, right? It really hits you when you walk on the door. And it truly is like being a kid in a candy store. It's like, wow. But we're not just a retail shop or an online shop. We make everything ourselves. Everything is handmade by us.
Yeah, I was going to say that's part of the challenge, isn't it? Because you know you're actually making the product, you're creating it, and that's a big part of the business, isn't it? So
everything.
When people come to the shop and they're enjoying that front of house experience, do they actually ask, "Can we have a look out the back?"
Some do,
Sneak around?
We do take people out the back from time to time. Yeah. Depends. If we're in the middle of soap making, then it's a little bit tricky, and also have to be quite mindful of health and safety as well. But some people come up back for sure. We have we like showing people how it's all done. Yeah.
And at times, do you allow people to make their own? Do you have sort of nights or courses or anything like that, or is it just too busy to do that?
We haven't done that yet. We do have tours come through, and it's more of a demonstration of not so much the soap making itself, because again, health and safety of that sort of stuff. But once the soap is made but still in the mold, we can certainly show them the demolding process and the cutting process, which is actually quite interesting to see as well. Actually, how we cut the soap up.
So challenges: you make, you sell, and you operate a business.
So definitely, like any small business owner, you are a jack of all trades. Because we make in our products, we have to order in the raw ingredients. Then we have to make and create and package and sell and do the books, the bookkeeping, the marketing, the social media, everything. So I guess one of the most challenging things is you're spread thin. You know, you are spread thin. We operate on it's like skeleton staff. You're spread thin. Which one is more important than the other? All of them are. Most enjoyable thing is definitely creating. It's so much fun to create beautiful products that people really enjoy. And when people come in and tell you that they think our product's fantastic, that it's better than this one, that's fantastic, it's worked for them, it helps fix their skin problems, their hair problems, whatever it might be, when they tell you that, then that is just the best feeling. One of the challenges, I guess, 2 years in, like COVID. What was that? The whole world, right? Like, and it was scary. And I think most people can relate, even, you know, if you didn't have a business or not, it was scary, not knowing what was 1 month ahead, 2 months ahead, a year ahead. And so that has been the biggest challenge, I think. And we're still seeing the effects of COVID now, right? This inflation and cost of living crisis. It's all,
So your business, you sell obviously within Nelson, but you also distribute outside of Nelson as well. So tell us a little bit about the spread of Global Soap.
Sure. So we have our own retail shop on the corner of Niall and Tasman Street. We sell at the local markets here on Saturday. We also have customers around New Zealand that sell our products. So they're our wholesale customers, and they're scattered around New Zealand. And we also have a website. So we are selling and packing up online orders every day. They go all around New Zealand, some overseas, and wholesale, online, store, markets.
And so that mix between people physically purchasing and online, How does that go for you? Because I'm always surprised, in actual fact, in Nelson City, just how much local business occurs within the shop itself.
Yeah.
And we talk about the shop experience, which would be, one of the attractions to your shop is just that experience of going in there.
Yeah.
But it has a limited population. So is online a very important part of your business?
Very important.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very important. And it has been the one income channel that definitely liked COVID.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. With people stuck at home and shopping habits with people that didn't used to shop online or were afraid to now can and do still. So yeah, that definitely was a good thing from COVID. We probably picked up more customers online.
And most of those orders are going straight to households rather
Straight to
than
households, yep.
retailers or what have you. Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. So not only do you have to have a local area marketing effort, but you've got to try and wind yourself through the online marketing space as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And when we're not in the shop, often, we're not just people waiting for people to come in and we're always doing something at the back. There's always something to be done.
Yeah.
Making, packaging, packing orders, ordering, stock taking. Yeah.
Interestingly, those two find second or third channels, wholesalers. Do you go looking for that, or they've found you and come to you, or
Bit of both.
Bit of both.
Yeah. Bit of both.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
we've seen some beautiful sort of gifty retail stores not survive COVID. Yeah, it's been really sad to see.
Around New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yes, selling your product.
Yeah.
I was going to say spare time.
Yeah, spare time. Yeah.
What do you like to do if you get some time off?
I like to think about new products.
Guitar string.
Going for walks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have I don't have children, but I have a gorgeous dog called Daphne. She's a little French bulldog. She's like my baby, so I take her for walks all the time, going to the dog beach. Yeah, I love going for walks. Yesterday I went up the Grampian and the Brook Sanctuary. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Doggy
Like
time.
2-3 hour walks, is what I like. Oh, let me not forget hot yoga.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
What's hot yoga?
Hot yoga.
Okay, here we go. This
So-
happened.
The
Cross.
it's the exercise arena is not one of Simon's strong suits. He didn't know what CrossFit was,
Oh,
and now surely you know what hot yoga is. Come on,
I don't.
so I do it at City Fitness.
explain it.
Road.
Explain it to Simon.
It's
What happens?
26 poses in a room that's heated up. Our room out here gets up to about 34-35 degrees at the moment, but it should be around the 38-degree mark, and it's 90 minutes, and it is the best.
It's a bit like you dancing in Bali.
Really? Really?
You have to touch
We'll
the
stop
toe.
there.
Yeah.
Stop.
And then you start doing the splits. Yeah.
Okay, we're done. We're done. Thank you very much for coming. Good night, good gardening.
So,
Bali.
so he's got to try CrossFit. That's one thing he's got to try. Now you've got to take him along to hot yoga.
90 minutes.
Yeah. That's a long time.
It's hardcore, but
20
it's the
positions.
best exercise.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
You operate very closely to the CBD of the hot yoga sort of behaviour. I say yogurt.
Yogurt.
Okay, we're done. What do you love about the heart of, or being in the city centre and being close to top of the heart of the top of the South Island? Nelson
I
City.
love being in the city. I live close to the city as well. It's beautiful, right? Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I like the energy, the people, the vibe, the food. Walking around. I like that. I don't think I could. I'm not a country type of girl. Yeah. City centre person. Yeah. And our shop, gorgeous. It's beautiful. Walked everything.
Yeah.
What would you like if you had a wish list? We touched on this a couple of weekends ago when I popped in, and 8 hours later I did finally get home. Not to say, it was great. It was good. What do you think? What are you looking for, or what do you think, Nelson? Maybe 2 or 3 things we need right now.
Yes. So when I walk around the town now, I see lots of buildings that are looking a little bit sad, neglected. And I know I've heard different people talk, and I think there is progress about to happen. I would love to see like almost like a architect's impression of what 10 years from now, this is what Nelson could look like, it will look like. More spaces for people to gather and enjoy, sit and eat their lunch, maybe, more hospitality, green spaces. Yeah, some of the old buildings that have just been boarded up, aka those ones on the corner of Collingwood and Bridge.
Yeah.
Boarded up now for years. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's do something with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to see a vision, to give us hope, to give us all, get us energized and excited about what Nelson's going to look like, what will look like in 10 years. And this is the roadmap to get here.
Yeah. And we all sign off on it.
Yes. And we all get really excited on it. Yeah. About it. And everyone's behind it. Yeah. I know there's going to be different views, but for the greater good of our community.
Yep.
And that should be become a real destination for people to come to in winter, summer, any season. Yeah.
I mean, look at you operate out of, an old building, but look at the paint job on it. It's just $1 million now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bringing all that colour into it.
Yeah.
And it makes you, like you say, it's like going into a candy store. You want to go in and have a look.
The smell brings you in, and then you're all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adds to the flavour.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a pity you couldn't do print ads where it's scratch and sniff.
Yeah.
And it's really different soaps or something.
Sometimes when I do social media posts, I often say, if only you could smell this. If only this photo could smell, because it smells amazing.
Someone will bring something out one day.
Yeah.
It'll seep through your computer somehow. All right. Hey, look, a big thank you, Jody, for coming in and sharing us your story. As you say, it's one of the brands of Nelson. It's very well known and represents this city very well. So we really appreciate all the work that you're doing, and keep up the good work. Love seeing you there.
Yep.
Can I what's your favourite soap? What soap's in there? What's the Jody soap?
My favorite used to be, well, I always go back to it, lemongrass, rosemary and lime. But just before summer, we introduced a new soap, which is raspberry and vanilla ripple, which is
come with a waffle.
Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah.
Sounds like ice cream, doesn't it?
It looks like the boysenberry ripple ice cream, right? It's got and it's really really nice. But yeah, I think I keep going back to lemongrass, rosemary and lime.
There you go. That's the one to watch out for.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Jody, for coming in. Jody McLeod, owner of Global Soap on Knoll Street. As always, a big shout out to the team at 8 Plates Restaurant, our fantastic venue here right in the heart of Nelson City on Trafalgar Street. You can find this episode along with others at uniquelynelson.co.nz and talknelson.co.nz. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to join us next time for more from the Talk of the Town. This is Chris Butler and Simon Duffy signing off. Until next time, Nelson.
Good night and good.
No, stay unique.
Oh, another one.
How many times?
How many times? I was going to say uniquely over and out.